You're eating what with diabetes? You might think it's just breakfast, just a snack, just a sip. But these 6 foods? They're secretly lighting your blood sugar on fire. And you don't even see it coming. Every bite is triggering silent damage, fueling cravings, crashing energy, and making blood sugar harder to control. And here's the scary part. Most people eat at least 2 of these foods every single day, thinking they're doing the right thing. But once you see what's really happening inside your body, you'll never look at your plate the same way again. Because food number 6? It's the most dangerous of them all. And it's hiding in foods labeled natural and healthy. Stick around. You need to see this before your next meal. It starts the moment you wake up. You're hungry. You want something quick. So you reach for what seems like a healthy breakfast, something light, easy, sweet. It comes in a box. The packaging says whole grain, heart healthy, low fat. Sounds perfect, right? Wrong. That innocent-looking bowl of breakfast cereal is one of the worst possible ways to start your day with diabetes. Here's why. First, your body is more insulin resistant in the morning. That means your blood sugar is already harder to control when you wake up. Now imagine pouring a bowl of cereal, especially the kind with added sugars, dried fruits, or sweet clusters. Even the so-called healthy brands contain 20 to 30 grams of carbs per serving. And let's be honest, no one eats just one serving. Within minutes, your blood sugar spikes faster than soda. No fiber to slow it down. No protein to balance it out. Just a flood of glucose hitting your bloodstream like a tidal wave. And what happens next? You feel a quick burst of energy, followed by a crash. You get hungry again. You crave more sugar. And the cycle repeats. Meanwhile, inside your body, your pancreas is working overtime, pumping out insulin, trying to fix the damage. Over time, this daily habit can lead to insulin resistance, weight gain, and unpredictable blood sugar swings. Even cereals labeled whole grain or fortified with vitamins, still loaded with refined carbs and hidden sugars. It's a blood sugar trap wrapped in fake health claims. So what can you eat instead? Try a high-protein, high-fiber breakfast, like eggs with avocado or chia pudding with unsweetened almond milk. These keep you full, support blood sugar balance, and help start your day with real control. But cereal? That sweet, crunchy, innocent-looking box? It's a blood sugar bomb. And for people with diabetes, it's the sneaky morning destroyer. And just when you think switching to whole grains will save you, think again. Because guess what? Your blood sugar doesn't read labels. It reacts to what's inside the food. You see whole grain bread, whole wheat pasta, brown rice crackers, and it feels like you're making a healthy choice. But inside your body, it's a completely different story. Most of these whole grain products are still highly processed. The grains are crushed so fine, they hit your bloodstream almost as fast as white bread. Yes, even whole wheat bread can spike blood sugar just as high as table sugar. Why? Because processing destroys the natural fiber structure that slows digestion. So even if the label says whole, your body sees it as a fast carb explosion. One slice of whole grain bread can raise blood sugar just as sharply as a candy bar. And here's the science they don't want you to see. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that whole wheat bread caused just as much of a glycemic spike as refined white bread. The difference? Marketing, not metabolism. Food companies slap on buzzwords like multigrain, organic, or made with ancient grains. But it doesn't change the effect on your blood sugar. Your pancreas still gets slammed. Your insulin levels surge. And just like with cereal, you're left tired, hungrier, and on a blood sugar roller coaster. So what should you do? Swap those processed grains for truly low glycemic options, like quinoa, steel-cut oats, or sprouted grain bread with fiber and fat to slow absorption. Because when it comes to diabetes, whole grain doesn't mean whole health. It's just a fancy disguise for another blood sugar trap. And if you think that's bad, wait until you hear what's hiding in your fridge right now. You open your fridge. You grab it without thinking, maybe to dip, drizzle, or marinate. It's your go-to for lunch or dinner. It seems harmless, maybe even healthy. But this innocent-looking item? It's quietly wrecking your blood sugar. What are we talking about? Sauces, dressings, marinades. From ketchup to barbecue sauce, teriyaki to light salad dressings. These are loaded with sugars that most people never notice. You scan a label, only 5 grams of sugar. But here's the trick. The serving size is tiny. A teaspoon? A tablespoon? No one actually uses that little. Use your normal amount, and you've added a dessert's worth of sugar to your meal without realizing it. And it gets worse. Sugar hides behind dozens of names. high fructose corn syrup, dextrose, maltodextrin, cane juice, agave, honey molasses. Most of these sauces contain multiple hidden sugars, stacked together in a way that spikes your blood sugar fast. You thought you were eating grilled chicken and salad? But with that sauce or dressing, you've unknowingly turned it into a high-sugar meal. Even labels that say organic, low-fat, or diabetic-friendly can still include sweeteners that throw your glucose off balance. So what's the fix? Stick to real, simple ingredients. Olive oil, lemon juice, mustard, vinegar, spices. They add flavor without the glucose overload and keep your meals blood sugar friendly. Because those bottles in your fridge, they're not just condiments. They're sugar traps in disguise. And if that surprised you, wait until you hear about the drink that's worse than candy. And most people sip it daily. You're not chewing it. You're just sipping. Easy, refreshing, harmless, right? Wrong. This one drink is one of the fastest ways to destroy blood sugar control because it goes straight into your bloodstream. No slowing down, no digestion needed. It's soda. Regular or diet, it doesn't matter. Both can sabotage your progress. Let's start with regular soda. One glass has over 30 grams of sugar. That's more than most candy bars. And because it's liquid, your body absorbs it almost instantly. No fiber, no fat, nothing to slow it down. Just a surge of glucose that slams your bloodstream in seconds. Your pancreas scrambles to respond, pumping out insulin to clean up the mess. But over time, this constant flood leads to insulin resistance and makes your blood sugar harder and harder to control. And what about zero sugar soda? You think you're safe? Not so fast. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and acesulfame potassium might not have calories, but studies show they can still spike insulin, alter gut bacteria, and increase cravings for real sugar. Your body gets confused. It tastes sweet, but no calories come in, so it responds anyway, throwing your blood sugar off balance. Some research even links diet soda to increased risk of type 2 diabetes, even in people who don't have it yet. So whether it's full sugar or zero sugar, soda is one of the worst drinks you can have if you're trying to manage diabetes. The fix? Go for water, sparkling water, herbal teas, or even iced green tea with no sweeteners. These hydrate you without spiking blood sugar and support better long-term control. Because that one innocent-looking drink? It's not refreshing. It's a direct hit to your blood sugar. And if you're still with me, what's coming next might shock you even more. It's something people eat daily, thinking it's natural, but it acts just like sugar inside your body. You see it on the shelf. It says things like diabetic-friendly, low-glycemic, keto-approved. Sounds perfect, right? They're lying. Because this snack is nothing but a cleverly disguised sugar delivery system. We're talking about protein bars, granola bars, low-carb cookies, all those packaged snacks marketed to people with diabetes. Flip the label over and look closer. You'll find sugar alcohols, refined flours, artificial fibers, and fast-digesting carbs hiding behind fancy names. Here's what actually happens when you eat one. Within 15 minutes, your blood sugar starts to climb. Even if the label says only 3 net carbs, your body isn't fooled by marketing math. Those sugar alcohols, like maltitol and sorbitol, they can still raise your glucose and upset your gut. And the processed flours and starches? They digest fast, flooding your bloodstream just like regular sugar. Meanwhile, artificial flavors and preservatives confuse your hunger hormones, making you crave more food later, even if you just ate. The result? A blood sugar spike, followed by a crash, followed by more cravings. That's not control. That's chaos. And the worst part? You thought you were making a smart choice. So what can you snack on instead? Go for whole food options, boiled eggs, a handful of almonds, cucumber with hummus, or chia pudding with no added sugar. Real food, real fiber, real control. Because these so-called safe snacks are just processed carbs wearing a healthy disguise. And now get ready. The final food on this list is the most dangerous of all, because it hides inside meals labeled as clean and natural, but it wreaks absolute havoc on blood sugar. This one shocked me the most, because it hides in plain sight. Doctors recommend it. Diet plans praise it. Labels make it look clean, pure, even perfect. But for your blood sugar, it's a nightmare. It's fruit juice, orange juice, apple juice, even cold-pressed green juice with no added sugar. It's all the same to your body. Pure, concentrated sugar. You take one sip and think you're doing something healthy. But inside, your blood sugar is spiking harder than it would from a can of soda. Here's why. Juicing strips away all the fiber. No fiber means no brake pedal. The natural sugars in fruit rush straight into your bloodstream, unfiltered, uncontrolled. Even a small glass can contain 20 to 30 grams of sugar. No chewing, no slowing down, just a direct hit to your glucose levels. And don't be fooled by labels that say 100% juice or no sugar added. Natural sugar is still sugar, especially when it's not paired with a fiber, fat, or protein that helps your body manage it. Some people drink juice thinking it'll boost vitamins or energy. But all you're really getting is a blood sugar spike, followed by a crash that leaves you tired, hungry, and craving more carbs. The better option? Eat whole fruit. An apple, not apple juice. A handful of berries, not berry blend in a bottle. The fiber in whole fruit slows down sugar absorption and keeps your blood sugar stable. So next time you see that bottle labeled healthy or immune boosting, remember this. It's not a drink. It's liquid sugar in disguise. And now you've seen all 6. Every one of them marketed as healthy, normal, or safe. Yet every one silently pushing your blood sugar higher. Conclusion. Think you've been eating healthy? Think again. These 6 foods might be hiding in your meals every day, quietly sabotaging your blood sugar without you even realizing it. If you want real control, better energy, fewer crashes, and improved health, you need to cut these out starting today. Which one surprised you the most? Was it the sneaky morning destroyer, the hidden sugars in your fridge, or that so-called healthy snack? Drop a comment below and share your experience. I'll personally respond with the best blood sugar-friendly alternatives so you can still enjoy tasty meals without the risks. Remember, managing diabetes isn't about giving up flavor. It's about choosing smarter, safer foods that work with your body, not against it. So don't wait. Take control now, and let's get your blood sugar on the right track together.